Okay, time for something completely different. It's been a while since I have loaded up Forza, so we're going to give that a go. And I am driving my sweet Ford Focus, Red Bull Ford Focus. Doing Daytona, 30-minute race. Let's see if I get as frustrated with the AI as I do real people in iRacing. One of the neat features I've found in Forza is if my mouse moves any, I lose all steering. Not sure how to fix that. I've been looking to fix it and haven't found a setting. Thought I had someone inside of me. No spotters, so I can't tell. Started up front, which might make this a boring race. I've got them on as hard as they'll go. And I didn't know there was a guy there. So we're going to go backwards a bit. Looks like I have as much luck with brainless drones as I do with the brainless drones on iRacing. No one's got cool paint schemes around me. They don't paint their cars up to look like race cars, I guess. Not the modern hatchback. Overshot that big time. I didn't get to do the 2.4 because I was watching the Chili Bowl all last week and all day Saturday, so didn't have time to do that in the morning. They didn't have an afternoon race for some reason, so kind of disappointed, and probably not going to do the 24 hours of iRacing. We won it last year, and it's kind of pointless now. I'd rather wait till we get time of day change before I run it again. So might be doing Le Mans, we'll see. Good thing is I just selected the G29 normal settings and seems to feel halfway decent. I had to take the stupid camera movements off though. I can't stand camera moving forward and backwards in games like this. Running out of gear. Braking points are all about the same as they are in iRacing. A little bit of smoke up there or something. Now, I know a lot of people talk about graphics and how iRacing is behind. Like, I guess this is slightly better. Like, the haze off in the distance there, and the glare on the windshield's a little better. I like that there is actual 3D grass. So one thing iRacing is just disgusting in is their grass textures. It's like the worst possible thing. So then when you get a track that's old and has a lot of grass, like VIR, it just looks absolutely terrible. Totally missed that. So, that's one thing. It's kind of got it beat. I don't know about the rest of it, though. I don't know how I feel about the rest of the graphics. Got everything on dynamic, which is nice. It kind of uses up what you can and then turns off stuff that you don't need. AI's really struggling through the bus stop there. Windshield wipers moving up there. I do like that. Little things like that are cool, but Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the track feels boring. I mean, I don't even think that's really down to laser scanning. I think that's just the feedback that this game gives you. I mean, obviously, if you don't have it laser scanned, then you're just running on a bunch of flat polygons with a bump map over them. So they decide, oh, it's going to be this bumpy or that bumpy. But in iRacing, you kind of... I don't know what it is. It could all just be made up in your head, too. But I know going into, like, R-Factor, the one scan track that they had there, I mean, they had to kill the polygons down a bit, but it just felt more natural. Driving-wise, though, this game's alright. Online is just absolutely horrible. It makes people in Class C fixed look like brilliant drivers. So I stick with the AI. But the thing is, it's all boring, pointless races. There's no... You can't even really, like, you can't do a championship made up on your own, which I'm kind of excited that iRacing's going to do that. Like, that'll be fun, because then you're not just racing against random AI drivers. You can either, hopefully, you'll be able to set up the AI who you race against. That way you can do a NASCAR season or a truck season, or you can just get the paints of all the local guys at your local short track and do a season like that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Like this, I don't know who the hell Boss and Andy Boy 98 is. Don't know. Probably a 12-year-old. You know, there's nothing... The only thing I'm going to get out of this race is some cash to go collect some more cars, which I quit caring about probably a week after I got this game. This is the first time I've fired it up since, probably a couple of months, maybe more than that now. There's no car that I really am like, oh, I want that. I like these slower cars. It's more fun to drive because I can make less mistakes in them. But there's also little annoying things like where you go a little too far off track and it's just like puts the brakes on for you. And if you bottom out, you like grind to a halt. Alright, let's see if we can get the pass. This car's got a little bit of better top end than mine does. I think I've put about, can't see, I think it's 370 miles on this car. So I did run this quite a bit. I ran it in a lot of the series and then did a couple of hour races. Oh god, alright, AI braking in the middle of the bus stop on the exit. I can't avoid stupid today. Was not expecting that. I guess I should have paid attention. So, all the cars behind me are way gone. Leaders are spread out in front of me. With my top end issues, I don't know if I'll be able to pass, so I'm just going to have to whine and complain about iRacing. And about this game. We'll keep it in 5th. I think that's going to be better for me. So, as you can see, the front stretch, Forza's got the new stands. Way overshot. And that's one bad thing about iRacing. They can't just... I mean, they have done it in the past where they've added, like, I think it's the condos or whatever it is at VIR. They added those up on the hill. But something as big as the stands, I don't know if they necessarily would need to go scan it just to make sure they got everything the right size. I mean, I guess you would have to, otherwise you could really make it look awkward if you don't get it sized correctly. But, I mean, it's the great thing and it's the worst thing about iRacing is that laser scanning. It brings so much to the game, yet it makes everything harder to get into the game. It's kind of the good and the bad, but I think people focus on getting rescans way too much. I mean, yeah, Texas and Kentucky have completely changed, as has Silverstone, and those need to be done. Holy sh... That's what happens when you talk and completely forget your braking. But, Pocono, Michigan, those are just smoother. We don't really gain anything from that. Yeah, there's some more pavement on the inside. The walls on the inside of the track are closer at Pocono, but we're not gaining a whole new track from that. It's just, oh, look, it's smoother. Like the Daytona change. That was pointless. I mean, I didn't see any need for it. It's just people get too hung up with, oh, we got to have the latest and the greatest. Well, you didn't have that in NASCAR 2003 because what you had was just an approximation of what the track was. So, just, I think people need to change their priorities on what iRacing is. Yes, it's a simulation, but it's not 2018 simulation. It's Daytona is the latest, and that's how it is. Yeah, there's probably some bumps elsewhere on the track. They don't need to go back and scan for that. If it's completely reconfigured, like Phoenix, Texas, and Kentucky, then sure. Go back and get another scan of it. But you also got to give it time, because if you go and scan immediately after that, the track's going to settle into something completely different. It's just, like I said, it takes time and it takes money. And while half the people will bitch that it's not scanned, the other half of the people will bitch that they have to pay again to run the track. So, it's a lose-lose situation for iRacing. It'll be interesting to see, though, once this AI comes out, what will happen to the population. If we're going to have a lot more people, if those people are going to try online races, if people like me, you know, I'm out of time to prepare a setup, to put the effort into it. And I'm running the fixed stuff, and the fixed racing is just god-awful now, because it's a bunch of people like me that don't take time to practice. So then you're constantly in wrecks and just not having a whole lot of fun with it. I think at the moment my plan is to... I've wanted to run the super late models on short tracks, the paved stuff, and I just, again, don't have the time or knowledge to make a setup, and it's really not fun going out with the fixed setup and being terrible. and the stuff on the forums hasn't been updated because that series has appeared to died out. So I'm planning on doing a single player series running the super late model and kind of see what I can grow that into. I might make it a career thing where I go and run some bigger super late model races and try to simulate that. Try to get enough real drivers created and do some fun things like that. And then maybe try to progress my way up, run a couple K&N races and truck stuff, and then kind of factor in how well I do. And if I do good, then run full time with that. Or I might just do some fun stuff where I do a truck series that's like 5 short tracks, 5 dirt tracks, and 5 road courses. I mean, I've wanted to run that type of league forever, but again, it's just time commitment. My schedule is changing constantly throughout the week, so I never know what I can actually do time-wise. I have been blowing this corner so bad every time. Alright, so I got caught back up to this group. Hopefully I don't run into the back of him again through the bus stop. We won't need to pit. We got enough fuel to go all 30 minutes, and I've been yapping for 15 of it now, so that's... If you've made it this far through all my complaining, let me know your thoughts on AI in iRacing. What you will run, maybe what you want to see me try to run. You know, do you have iRacing? And if not, are you going to get it if you have that? If they get AI, I mean. There we go. Got a decent run there. We're better in 3rd gear. We're dead even in 4th gear, though, on this guy. Pulled up a little bit on the high-end RPMs. I might have to toss this in. Have to show the AI who's boss here. He's pulling away. And he's braking hard. We're just going to toss it in there because it's AI. Holy shit, he tossed it back in there. Wasn't expecting that. Especially when they brake when I'm behind them, but maybe I went through there too light. The raceability of this AI, it's oval-wise, I mean, it's non-existent. That's going to be something great about iRacing. There hasn't been a good oval sim since 2003. ARCA was, I don't know what you would call ARCA. It was okay. R-Factor stock cars, which essentially is ARCA, was pretty good. Like the AI was junk, but online was great. There hasn't been oval AI that's been great forever. Like 2003 is the last. Oh, I moved the mouse. Look at that. Move the mouse and you lose all control. Gas and steering. Great design. Didn't screw that up. Let's see if we can get GT500. This is going to be really pathetic. I just did a 30-minute race and I won't even win. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to doing some really big races on short road courses. Las Vegas infield long. That is one of my favorite tracks. And we never get a race at it online just because it's a unknown track. It's short, it's small, it's dusty. So I'm looking forward to doing like a 64 car field, bunch of Miatas racing there with AI. That'll be fun. Might be a mess if they do a lot of off tracks too. A lot of dirt all over the place, but there's little things like that that I've wanted to do in iRacing, but I just couldn't due to time, due to restrictions of the online series, or due to the lack of quality drivers. I mean, the short track oval stuff, you can't put 30 people on a short track in iRacing unless you get a group of good people that aren't out to win it. They're there to race it like a real race. They're not throwing it in on everyone right when they catch them. I mean, iRacing restricts the amount of cars in the real series for that reason. I mean, you get too many people, and first off, half the field isn't going to even have a shot to win it. And then it's just one mistake compounds into 1,000 mistakes, and you never get any green flag racing. Which it appears that's what everyone loves, because Class C fixed is like the most popular thing, and all that is yellow flag racing. And then of course the dirt stuff, that'll be awesome to just be able to go run what I want. I don't ever want to touch USA ever again. 3/4 mile dirt track with long straightaways. That is absolute AIDS. Hopefully Limaland will be coming out soon. That'll be a good short track. And it looks like they got quite a few good tracks coming. Charlotte Dirt, Chili Bowl, and then all of the ones that were in the poll. So that will be fun too. That mirror on my left side is really shaking. I haven't noticed that. And the track changes will be really cool as well. You can start off at 0% dirty track, get the AI to run 2-hour practice. Who knows if we'll have a speed up or a simulate the hour thing, but have a dirty line, have a used up line, a rubbered in line. I think the track will progress better, and we've never had that type of track progression on the oval side for a single player game. I mean, NASCAR Heat's a joke. I tried to play that, and when there's that many bugs, when the UI is that terrible, you just gotta, I don't know if any of these people working at NASCAR Heat have ever designed anything. Like, that menu is the most basic, boring thing. The practice restarts to 60 minutes every time you go out on track. It is sad how far NASCAR games have fallen. Like, in 2003 and 2004, the NASCAR Thunder games. I was over in Iraq and we had a PlayStation 2, and all day I would just play the shit out of those NASCAR Thunder games because they were good. They were fun. It was deep. Buy your crew, get sponsors. Drivers would swap teams and retire. You could get rides when they'd retire or go off to a different team. Like, it was like the Madden and the FIFA, you know. Now we get this horrible lack of thought game. So we'll see. I think PC-wise, NASCAR Heat will... I don't even know. I think it is out on PC, but when iRacing adds AI, if they have a NASCAR package for people to get started that isn't horribly expensive, I think that will be good. Other than stage racing, I don't know. They could probably implement it. They're going to have to get the green-white checkers and do stuff like that. But that'll come when they quit counting cautions. Alright, the leader must be like 1,000 miles out in front. Okay, AI is looking to dive bomb me. Throw it in there and cut the track a bit. Okay, I can't even... Is there two cars up there? Or is the leader that far gone? Seems like these guys have all slowed down a bit. I think the game's letting me catch up and win. Well, I'm not going to win, though. Alright, block the Audi. That's one of the cool aspects of Forza. You get a bunch of different cars. Or iRacing is essentially a single car series. I just blew that. And I get the slow down through the dirt thing. Well, that was... Look at that. See? Everyone says, oh, you want AI just so that you can win every race. Well, look at this. I can't even beat Forza's AI. Alright, there's the leader. I don't know what the hell the leader's driving, but it's quick. One thing, the steering, stopping at 90 degrees, that's, you would think a game like Forza would be able to put that together. If iRacing can do it on most of their cars. Alright, Audi. Back off. Way overdrove that. Alright, so last time I did this race, a timed race, right when it got to 0-0, the race was just over. So this time I found that there's like something you can put like a 2-minute timer to end the race. I don't know how that's going to work. I guess Forza just thought 30 minutes, you don't need to race back to the line. I was kind of surprised. It's one of those things where you'd think a big company would be able to do it right, but they have bigger concerns like getting more and more cars in here, figuring out how to make you pay more and more. And the race is over at 30 minutes. Okay, so whatever the setting was, I didn't set it up right. Got third, 48 miles, and 30 minutes of whining and complaining and talking. So, congrats if you made it this far. And if you want to see more of this, I guess like it. I don't know if I'll do any more of it. But, yeah, thanks for watching.